Hey guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes Weekly.
What? Another delicious intro to MassiveJoes Weekly Word, episode 108, Neve.
Did that just go on Snapchat, mate?
Yeah, it did. Don't mind me with my Snapchat spectacles. I will take them off now. I don't need to wear them for the whole episode. But a new toy that that Dilip bought for use here at MassiveJoes. They bought it for me, really.
Do they automatically upload?
Snapchat
Does it automatically upload, or do you have to go upload it yourself?
No. So what happens? So these are they're very cool. Snapchat spectacles, they're called. You can only get them in the US. So Dilip had to do some dodgies to get them here, but he got them here. But so what they do is they record in fisheye lens, so you get like a full 360, well not 360 recording, but a full like fisheye recording, and then it uploads it to Snapchat.
Yeah. And
then you can publish it to your story from Snapchat. But the cool thing is when people watch it, you know how like sometimes on Snapchat, like if you got your phone and you're watching someone on Snapchat and you like turn your phone, it like turns. Like because it records in 360 fisheye, you can turn your phone and like see what the person's seeing. It's fucking amazing. I'm so happy with it. So if you don't follow MassiveJoes Snapchat, follow the MassiveJoes Snapchat. It's of course MassiveJoes.
Okay.
Topics of discussion, Neve.
We got back in stock, new products coming soon, new website, BodyPower apparel requests, and AskNeve.
Shit, we got a jam-packed episode of MassiveJoes Weekly Word, and also Big Neve. The keen viewers at home would recognise shooting in a different room.
We are. We're still trying to work the color out. But see, when I come forward, it's all right.
It kind of looks like there's like nothing over here.
It's almost like the camera.
It's like an infinity wall.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So we're shooting at the all-new MJHQ. We are fully moved over. No more old MJHQ, and we're shooting in the new filming studio.
Yeah.
Not yet complete because we still need all the acoustic insulation and shit.
Are you insulating the back wall?
Everything.
So we're going to get an ugly back wall then?
No, not that. No. All the other walls get insulated. So the sound quality is going to go through the fucking roof for you guys once that's done.
And hopefully the picture quality, but anyway.
Yeah, well, we've got a few issues that we need to work out, but we are in the all-new MJHQ.
And it's fucking, and
in the new filming
and there's a glass door ahead of us.
It is. People
That's weird.
Like,
people can watch
they
us.
come in and like tap on the glass.
Yeah.
Say hello, Neve. First topic of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock. To show them.
I gotta show them. Rob did actually work his magic. We haven't shot Weekly Word for 2 weeks because of Filex last weekend. But Rob did work his magic, what would it be, like 10 days ago now?
I reckon.
Worked his magic and fuck, it looked clean as shit. And it still does. Still does.
I need to go see him tomorrow.
Kind of grown out. I'm seeing him on Sunday. Oh. Not to get my hair cut. He's coming here to have a bit of a chat.
Oh, cool.
About a few things, you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First topic of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock.
Yes.
So Hype Extreme Cotton Candy's back in.
Yes, finally. That was out for a while.
A lot of people have been hitting me up on the sales MassiveJoes email asking about a replacement for Noxygen.
Yes.
So I just want to put that in there. If you're looking for a good Noxygen replacement.
Yes.
That shits on Noxygen.
Yes.
Hype Extreme.
Yes.
Total War back in all flavors.
Yep.
Savage Raw, all flavors.
Yep.
Herbs of Gold fish oil back in.
Yes.
For you healthy motherfuckers.
Yes.
Core ABC gummy snakes back in.
Also back in.
America Labs Red, White and Boom and America Labs Stars and Pipes.
Finally, back in both America Labs products in both flavors, Freedom and Blood, Sweat and Tears. I also just noticed you missed a topic of discussion. Well, perhaps I missed it because it wasn't on the agenda. Yeah. But you're going to have to throw that in there as well.
Oh, a new website? Did I say that? Anyway, May specials.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
May specials.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
New product. So a new product, new company. Well, not new for MassiveJoes, but new for.
I'd go so far as to say new company.
New for us. New for Australia.
Yes.
New Wave.
Yes.
So, I mean, they're more generally have done their sort of mental focus kind of supplements.
They're a nootropic supplement company.
Which is where you get the new
from. New Wave, NOO Wave.
Yeah, so nootropics. But anyway, they got a pre-workout and a pump formula we brought in, which is called Power, and then there's Swell, which is the pump formula.
Correct.
They're both
Amazing
available.
Products. You're a big fan of the Swell.
Yeah.
So much so that you actually took the communal tub at MJHQ for your personal use, motherfucker.
I can go get it out of my car.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Savage Raw Cotton Candy.
Yep.
Lenny and Larry's cookies, all flavours.
That's a new flavour of Savage Raw.
Yeah, cotton candy.
Yeah.
Lenny and Larry's cookies, all flavours. So my personal favourite, the chocolate chip cookie dough, and then the double chocolate or whatever it's called. Yeah. Dark chocolate. I don't know what it's called.
You're such a big fan of Lenny and Larry's.
I am.
And you know who else I've noticed has been smashing the Lenny and Larry's?
Shane.
Shane. Marketing manager. Fucking, mate.
Tells me every day.
He's going to turn into a cookie, I reckon.
He needs to tell me he tells me every day that he needs to fix up his diet.
Yeah.
Because he's hurt himself, so he can't train. And then obviously if you don't train, and then you're not really watching your diet.
Yeah.
Kind of blow out a bit. Turn into a cookie.
Smashes 4 fucking Lenny and Larry cookies a day.
I thought I was bad with Quest bars, but fuck.
He's set a new benchmark.
You know where he's been because there's just rappers everywhere.
There is. It's kind of like what's that? Where they leave the crumbs of breadcrumbs? Alice in Wonderland.
No. Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel. He's like the Hansel and Gretel with the cookies.
Yeah.
You know where Shane is. Just follow the trail.
Yeah, that's it. Redcon 1 Breach Ballistic.
Yes, all new version of Breach from Redcon 1, Breach Ballistic, the energized BCAA with the.
I'm not a fan of these things coming out, to be honest.
Me neither. No.
Because you and I are both caffeine stim junkies. The fact is you and I do not need more caffeine in our diets.
Well, the problem with these aminos with the energy blends is that, you sip on them during the day and you don't actually realize how much caffeine you're consistently drip feeding your body throughout the day. So you do have to be very careful with them.
And Redcon 1 RPG.
Yes, the glucose disposal agent from Redcon 1, also now available as a new product. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Coming soon.
Yes.
So a new product out of America, Spartan Nutrition Kraken.
Yes, Boss Josh and I trained on this for the first time last night. Shot a new episode of preview, which if it isn't up already, will be up on the YouTube channel real soon. Very, very strong.
I'll say this. I use the American version.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was an Australian version at that point in time.
Yes.
Use the American version.
Yes.
And I went so far to say it was the best pre-work I've used since Jack
really?
3D back in the day.
What did we use last night with the Australian? Or the American?
I think it was the Australian.
The Australian, okay. I thought it was good, but fuck, I crashed hard post-workout.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I remember the first time, I'm only going by the American version here. I don't know what the difference is between the American and the Australian. But the American version, when I did it, I hit chest and shoulders. And I hit like 11 exercises and I trained for 2.5 hours. I'm normally in and out of the gym in an hour.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to stop training.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I haven't been that impressed with like an energy.
Yeah.
I mean, the pump wasn't so much there for me, like some of the other ones that, I mean, stuff like your Stars and Pipes, I mean, I like as a complete product.
Yes.
But stuff like your Kraken was just crazy in terms of energy and focus and the want to train.
When does that drop?
Next week.
Next week, how many flavours?
4. Boom.
Boom.
EHP Labs Isopept.
Yes.
Which is the isolate from EHP Labs, as the name would suggest.
Also, on that with EHP, I didn't discuss this with you. Are we getting their sleep formula in?
Yes.
The Oxy Sleep as well? You probably chuck that on the list also.
Yep.
Pen?
I really shouldn't. All right, it's down there.
It's down.
All right, and the sleep formula. I haven't tried that either.
No. But
anyway, I need to try it. MTS Clash Fully Loaded.
Should be here next week. The new improved version of MTS Clash.
Core ABCD.
Still waiting for a definite ETA, but I am seeing Doug Miller in the UK next weekend. So I'm going to put the hard word on him. I'm going to say, Dougie, come on, man.
And I just want to say...
give me some ABCD in my life.
You're not going to like me saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Yeah, you say it.
If you're a fan of MTS Clash, watch the MassiveJoes Instagram, Facebook feed next week. If you're a fan of Clash.
Why?
Give me the pen. I can't say it.
Okay, write it down. No, that's this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, fuck. Watch it this weekend then.
Fuck. There you go. Boom.
There you go.
Not even on the same page.
We're not.
Let's move on.
Fuck. we had our meeting yesterday and I've forgotten already.
Fucking hell.
No, I'll be honest. There's so much shit that we've got planned.
There is a lot going on at the moment.
But
sometimes Neve gets lost in the minor details.
I just live for the moment, mate. Rivalous Rival Way.
Yep, on the way. Also next week.
Metabolic Nutrition Muscle Lean.
Also next week.
The full range of Evogen back in stock.
Also next week.
Not a new brand for MassiveJoes, but we're getting the entire range, entire products back in stock.
Ever.
All flavours.
All sorts of supply issues with Evogen over the years. Hopefully they've been sorted out.
I've heard Harney's actually flying them over himself to
Personally deliver?
hand deliver.
Yeah, flying or on the ship?
Fuck.
Harney's in the container?
The problem with EvoGym is they were bringing it on camel and trying to get the camel to fucking swim here.
That's the problem.
Camels are not great swimmers.
No.
Especially with the swells off on the Pacific.
6-pack
bags.
Next week?
Next week. One colour, black, 3 mil and 5 mil.
Yes, correct.
Yep. BSN test booster?
No ETA.
No ETA. Optimum nutrition fat burner?
Also no ETA. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
New website. So,
yes.
What day was it? Wednesday.
Oh, fuck. Dillip, go ahead and cut up some video screenshot footage of the all-new MassiveJoes.com. I tell you what, Big Neve, this is something we haven't said much about it because we've been working on it for a while and we didn't want to put too much pressure on the IT team. We just wanted them to take their time and get it perfect.
Well, we'd want them to make sure there's no kinks in it.
And they have been working on this for a good part of 6 months. And you can tell that we kind of gave them free rein to go balls deep because a new website, I mean, in terms of look, in terms of functionality, in terms of navigation, in terms of just, it's amazing.
And the good thing is we're still barking orders at them to change things and fix things. And
Yeah.
It's going to be, it's amazing, but it's going to be, it's good, it's going to keep getting better.
Yeah, if you haven't hopped online in the last,
48 hours?
Yeah,
72
2 or 3
hours.
days. Hop online now, MassiveJoes.com, and you can go and see it for yourself. But we guarantee you guys are going to have that much better of a browsing experience on the all-new MassiveJoes.com. The best ever, for sure, by a country mile. Hey, Big Neve? Next topic of discussion, Neve.
May specials.
Oh, shit. Dillip, go ahead and throw them up on the screen. We got ourselves, so I like to put, you know what I call them? I call them the amazing specials.
You do?
Put like May into the word amazing. End up with amazing.
Yeah, why in there? Yep. I'll see what you did there.
Yeah. Your favourite?
The Core Burn Carney Shred Stack.
Oh, you love the Carney Burn.
I just love caffeine, and I love Carney Shred. So
yeah. I got to go with the Hype Unleashed. That is one hell of a stack. That's what Boss Josh and I have been training. We train on chest. We train on that and shoulders as well.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing stack. But there are a lot of good specials. Don't forget Core Grow 25% off.
I sold 3 tubs in the retail store yesterday.
I'm not surprised. At $75 a tub.
I even sold some
gainer of the year.
And I tried to sell some in a chocolate flavour. Doesn't come in chocolate.
Well, it comes in s'mores.
Not chocolate though.
Yeah. Well, why have chocolate when you can have chocolate marshmallow?
Or chocolate peanut butter toffee or whatever Doug's called it.
No, it's s'mores.
No, there's chocolate and there's peanut butter caramel.
Yeah,
peanut butter oatmeal.
Peanut butter oatmeal cookie.
Delicious.
Yeah, amazing. Anyway, May specials are off the hook. Make sure you check them out. Link is in the description box down below to all of the May specials. Make sure you guys grab them because they are, as always, limited time only and while stocks last.
BodyPower apparel requests.
I was going to say. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
BodyPower apparel requests.
All right, so those of you who would know, Asher and I are heading over to BodyPower next weekend, Birmingham, UK at the NEC. We are on the booth, on the A-List Nutrition booth with our good friends at A-List Nutrition, Sean Torbati, CEO of HPN, Doug Miller, CEO of Core Nutritionals, Asher and myself will be there. We are going to be in the Battle of the Bars Arena. For those of you who have missed it, that's where we're going to be. A-List Nutrition booth, Battle of the Bars Arena. And we will be repping TMJ apparel. Now, here's the deal. We're bringing over TMJ apparel, but we're going to be bringing, obviously, a limited amount of apparel because there's only so much we can take with us and only so much we can fit on the booth. So, I'm going to put this out there. I have put it up on socials as well, but I'm going to put this out there on the video because I know a lot of our UK fans and followers watch Weekly Word. If there is particular pieces of apparel that you would like to purchase at BodyPower that you want us to specifically bring over to the UK for you to purchase at BodyPower at the booth, drop an email to this very big boy over here.
I'll forward it to Joe.
sales@MassiveJoes.com and say, I'm coming to BodyPower to see Joe and Asher and I would like to purchase this apparel. Can you please make sure they bring it with them? We need to know, what do we need to know? We need to know apparel, color,
size.
size.
Oh, so you're taking personalized orders?
That's what I'm saying. Is I'm saying, like, we're going to bring shit that we're going to bring, but we're always going to have, you know, someone's going to come and they're going to want, you know, something we didn't bring. And do you have this in this size? And we'll either not bring it, or we would have sold it already and be out of stock. So if there's specific, because I know a lot of you love the TMJ apparel. A lot of our UK fans and followers and broader Europe fans and followers coming to BodyPower love the apparel. If there is something specific you want us to bring, you just even place the order. sales@MassiveJoes.com. Hit this guy up. He'll forward it to the warehouse, and we will bring you whatever the fuck you want.
Fuck, I thought we were just talking requests. I didn't realize you're taking orders.
No, I'm literally, but we're prepared to do that. People's company, man. It's not just a saying. It's not just a slogan.
It's a slogan that has truth.
Practice that shit as well. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
AskNeve.
27 questions this week for AskNeve, Big Knee Boss. We're going to go through 20 of them. 20? We're going to get through 20, and we're going to leave the last 7 as the first 7 questions for next week. Starting from the top, Pierre Pozzuto. Hey fellas, Pierre from Chester, UK. Dylan, throw up the map. Show the people where Chester, I don't even know where Chester, the UK is. No. Somewhere in the UK, obviously. Neve, I know when your new physique has been getting a lot of attention nowadays, but are you experiencing any negatives to having a leaner body? Lack of energy / dizzy spells / getting ill. I've been sub 10% body fat all my life and have to eat regularly, or else I get lethargic very quickly. I often got a bit of a cold sniffle as clearly my immune system is strained. My supplement intake includes pre-workouts, creatine, BCAAs, and some essentials like MSM and L-tyrosine, as I suffer from ADHD. Can you advise anything? Joe, too, please, as I'm usually around 7% thanks to the work and all the fitness classes I teach and experience contest prep body conditions. Gutted you're not at BodyPower this year. Pierre, I am at BodyPower this year, baby. I'll see you there. I think Leah is a genius, and a pair of red track pants definitely have my name on them. Well, Pierre, email sales@MassiveJoes.com. Let us know what you want. We'll bring it with us. Stay massive. As always, I comment on Instagram. Joe, I'm very proud of you all. Respect always, Pierre Pozzuto. Stay massive.
Hello, Pierre.
What a fucking question.
Fuck. I do not feel tired or dizzy or lethargic or anything like that. I mean, I'm still putting in those tour days.
Yeah.
As you know.
2 days, 2-day workouts.
2-day workouts, 2 workouts a day.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel fine. I'm on a lot of fat, like avocados, natural peanut butter, cashews, macadamia nuts, peanuts, those kind of things. So, I mean, I'm still getting a lot of like energy from the foods I eat.
You are.
Carbs, still not getting a whole lot of carbs. If I start feeling, I've recently on weight training days, because I'm only sort of doing weight sort of 4 days a week. On weight training days, I make sure I'm having oats for breakfast at the moment. So a lot of people ask me that. I've sort of started looking a bit flat, so I want to start feeling up a bit more.
Pump them up.
So having oats, 100 grams of oats on in the morning for breakfast. So yeah, but to be honest, I don't feel tired or lethargic. No. I probably feel more lethargic on carbs. So it's actually probably the opposite. I probably feel better not having as many carbs.
More consistent energy.
Yeah. Also, I was one of those like people that just ate meat and rice, like meat and potato. Yeah. So now I'm eating a lot of vegetables, and I never once ate vegetables in my life. So a lot of vegetables. I'm pretty much eating vegetables or salad for every meal. So that's probably the difference as well, is why I'm not getting sick, because I'm actually getting all my vitamins and minerals in.
Phytonutrients, vitamins,
so
minerals.
I mean, that's another thing that's also preventing me from getting ill or getting sick, is my diet's a lot better, and I'm getting a lot of the things I need in my diet. Probably the main thing, especially if you're saying you're getting sick or colds, is probably the 2 products I'd probably look at getting is your MTS machine greens.
Yep, agreed.
And I mean, if you say, I mean, you are running very lean, and that might not quite be enough. So a product like Animal Pack, I'm a massive fan of Animal Pack. So you might think it's stopping up, but I mean, the MTS machine greens, will use that as your greens, and then your Animal Pack, use that as a multivitamin. But you haven't mentioned that, so I'd definitely say a multivitamin.
Liz Emsley. Liz from Newcastle, Australia. We actually met Liz at Filex.
And the Arnold.
Over the weekend. Hey, beautiful swole men. Neve or Joe, after fracturing my spine twice in the last 12 months, I've been reluctant to try lift heavy with mostly my lat pull downs and rack pulls and deadlifts. Should I be sticking with moderate weight or try a few heavy set days? My back is healed now, just unsure if I should keep playing it safe or try pump out some heavyweight like bags of feathers.
I'd probably just start lightish and then just work your way up. So don't just jump straight into like your heavy sets for 5 or 6 reps or 8 reps. I'd be starting on like, even on your lat pull down, I don't know what gym you're at, Liz, but even if it's the start like lat pull down, you start at like 36 kilos, if you can get 10 reps, then just keep working up till you're hitting 12 reps. Then go to 41 kilos or whatever it is, wait till you work up to 10 to 12 reps. Just keep progressing that way. Rather than just, it's a marathon. So rather than just throwing it in and going straight to bloody half a stack, and going too heavy and then injuring yourself again, just take 4, 6, 8 weeks and slowly build up to make sure that your body is getting used to those heavy weights again.
I think the worst thing you can do is go ham straight to 1 rep max type shit.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna snap your shit up.
Exactly.
Again, which we're trying to avoid.
Yep.
Nabil Khan, hey very big boys, coming to you from Lahore, Pakistan.
Shit.
Dilip knows where that is. Dilip's from Pakistan.
Yes.
I don't even know where Pakistan, well I know where Pakistan is on a map, but I don't know where Lahore is. So when I watch this back, I'm about to get a knowledge bomb dropped on me.
There's a few down Harley Street in Adelaide.
What's that, Lahore's? Oh shit. I'm coming off a 10-week break from weight training due to me being diagnosed with severe spinal stenosis in the lumbar region. I've come a long way since then and moving around a lot more freely. Obviously now I have to be smart with my training and do low impact exercises on the spine for a while. Do you have any tips on what exercises I should be doing for legs and back, especially now that I can't squat, deadlift, bent over row, leg press? Keeping in mind any pressure on my spine may worsen the injury. Also with lat pull downs put pressure on my spine at all. Cheers lads and stay massive.
Without actually being you and doing the exercise yourself, it's kind of hard to know if lat pull downs are going to have that effect.
It depends how you do them,
yeah. My tip to begin with is just go back to something like machines.
Yes.
I probably wouldn't go straight back into free weights where you're using those isolation muscles as well, like the stabilizer muscles as well.
Yeah, because that's going to put a lot of pressure on your core and hence your lower back.
So stuff like your seated, like chest supported, like rows, things like that.
Leg extensions.
Yeah, like leg extensions, hamstring curls, laying hamstring, seated hamstring.
Yeah.
Like pin loaded leg press, things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can still build muscle off it. There's nothing that says you can't. So keep doing that. And just, strengthen up those stabilizer muscles and those muscles again around your spine. And make sure your core's nice and strong. And then, go from there. But definitely start with machines rather than going straight back into any sort of free weight exercises, I'd say.
Raymond L. Hayes. Hey guys, my name's Raymond with a question from Louisville, Kentucky. In the US of A. I know where that is. Throw that one up on the map, man.
Isn't that where Britney Spears is from?
Louisville? Really?
I think so.
No. For you very massive brothers, there are tons of hardships we all face, but a few that can drag you completely into the ground. For the moments that depression or deeply emotional events drain your energy and drive, what would you recommend as a jump start to reboot your focus? What do you do when life just pummels you? Thanks for the quality content and always staying massive. Straight from the good old divided states of America. P.S. What's the citizenship test like for Australia? Keeping my options open for the next 4 years. Thanks again, guys. Take it he's not a Trump supporter.
It's probably easier to get into Australia than it is for us to get into America to live.
Oh, fucking oath it would be. Especially now with Trump at the helm.
I mean, I think the things is you got to focus on the positives.
Yeah.
And focus on what you enjoy and what you enjoy doing.
Correct.
Whether that's lifting weights. I mean, you have to have an outlet in life. Everyone has an outlet. Whether it's lifting weights, playing a musical instrument, walking your dog, playing with your fucking kids or your dog or your friends or going out for coffee or whatever it is that fucking excites you.
Makes you happy.
Makes you happy. I mean, that's what you have to focus on.
Yeah.
If you sit around on the couch, I mean, I think a lot of people do is when things, I mean, personally I do, but when things sort of, you're having a shit day, you kind of go into that bubble, which is probably the wrong thing to do.
Exactly. Start feeling sorry for yourself and shit.
It's not going to do any good for you.
Excuses and shit.
Whereas if you get to the gym, get around your mates, do the things you enjoy doing, I think that's going to sort of lift your spirits and don't try not to dwell on the negatives as much as you can.
Focus on the positives, man.
There's got to be positive in every situation.
Well, yeah, anybody who lives in you live in the United States, by virtue of you living in a first world country, one of the top first world countries, there's a lot of shit to be positive about. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're living in a third world country with no opportunities or anything, you could probably be pissed every day.
Yeah.
You know? Upset and shit.
You got to be happy that you're alive. That's the main thing,
man. AK Big Gamer K, what's up, guys from Toronto, Canada? I used wrist wraps for the better part of a year. I lost them and had a back day before replacing the pair. My grip and hold failed out quickly, well before the muscles on bent over rows and deadlifts. Am I supposed to cycle off using wrist wraps, grips and sleeves to avoid becoming reliant on them the same way I cycle pre-workouts due to my stim sensitivity? It's a good fucking question.
I definitely wouldn't be using them on every exercise, and I wouldn't be using them on every set as well.
Oh, see, I disagree.
Mate,
I think it depends.
Grab it like a fucking grab it like a man and just work on your grip strength.
But it depends. Is grip strength something that's important to you? For me, I couldn't give a fuck. I'm more focused on trying to hit particular muscles. My grip makes, I have good forearms, which is something I don't have to worry about. My grip strength, I couldn't give a shit what my grip strength is like. So I use lifting straps for everything. I use them for training biceps. I use them for training shoulders. Anything where I'm gripping, where there's a chance that my grip's going to fail out, I don't want my grip to fail out because I'm trying to stimulate a particular muscle group. So I'm going to do what I can do to stop that happening, and that means using wrist wraps.
I guess the thing is I've never had a problem with my grip strength.
No.
I mean, I can pull 320 off the ground with no straps.
Yeah.
I mean, my grips, like, I've never even once thought about my grip giving way during shoulders or biceps.
I think it depends what's important to you, man. Like, if having a strong grip is important to you, then don't use wrist wraps at all.
When I do, like, powerlifting or strongman comps, etc., or those kind of things, I mean, you can't use straps, so I just don't use straps. The only thing I really use straps for is heavy barbell rows or heavy bent over dumbbell rows.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing I ever use straps for.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Personal preference, man. What are you training for?
If you're just training if you're training just to build your back, then
use straps.
Use straps.
Fuck it. Griffin Johnson. Griffin hasn't told us where he's from. Neve, random country.
He's from Singapore.
Singapore. That's a country and a city.
No fucking clue.
Griffin Johnson from Singapore wants to know, which pump product do you prefer? Hype Extreme or Big Noise?
I do prefer Big Noise.
I agree.
As a standalone product.
As a standalone. Hype Extreme stacks better with certain products because it's simple. But if you're comparing, like if we subboard Hype Extreme with Big Noise.
Big Noise would win.
Big Noise would wipe the fucking floor. So I would have to go Big Noise. Dev Bagani. Our good friend Dev. Since Nevos knows where Perth is, to help with this geography, I'm originally from Mombasa, Kenya. Did it find that one? Mombasa, Kenya.
No
I
idea.
never knew that about Dev.
No idea where Kenya is. I've heard of it.
It's in Africa. A quick thanks to you, Joe, and the Big Swallow Bear for all the advice on my injury and everything else. You're welcome, Dev. Anytime, my man. Much appreciated and always good to see you. As for my question, in order of importance, which 3 effects would you fellas look for in a pre-workout, and what are your favorite ingredients to get those effects? Another good question. Dev always comes up with the good questions.
Mine's energy.
Correct.
Focus.
I would agree.
Focus.
Not so much for me.
Yep, and then pump.
Okay. See, I would agree. I would go energy. I would go muscular endurance as my second. And then I would go probably pump as my third. So energy, favorite ingredient?
I'm liking DHMA lately.
DMHA? Yeah, I would agree. I think so. In combination with caffeine.
Yeah, obviously, not just on its own.
Yeah, and then what was your second effect? Focus. Thoughts?
Nupept.
Nupept?
It's my favourite.
Really? Okay. And then your third was pumps?
I've always been a fan of agmatine.
Yeah, for real. I would go DMHA caffeine for energy, Dev. My second, muscular endurance, can't go past beta-alanine, full clinical dose in carnosine if you can. And muscle pumps, ooh, I'd have to go like nitrosogene, I reckon, or citrulline malate. I don't know. There's a lot of good pump, and agmatine as well. glycerol.
Companies have been
Hydromax.
loading up on L-citrulline lately and citrulline malate.
Yeah, citrulline is definitely in the market a lot. Danny Ooms from, oh, look at this one. Danny Ooms, Eindhoven, Netherlands.
Ooh,
He's freaky deaky Dutch.
he is.
What's up, Danny? Danny wants to know, if you stack too many stims, will your heart blow the fuck up? But what happens if you stack too many different pump supplements? Sorry, he's made a statement.
Yeah.
If you stack too many stims, your heart will blow up. But what happens if you stack too many different pump supplements? Not overdoing on separate ingredients, but for example, clinically dosing about 20 different ingredients just for pump.
I don't know, because I've never actually done it. I mean, I've had pumps where they're like the painful pumps, which aren't good to train with.
Yeah.
They're actually painful when you get to like 10, 12 reps.
Yeah.
I can't see, I can't see it'd be good to be stacking 20 different ingredients into your body. A, health-wise. B, I don't think it's needed. But I don't think anything would so much
I don't think
happen.
you're going to get any, significant negative side effects from it, Danny, but you're definitely, like, there's going to be a diminishing returns on your pump supplement, right? So if you go, well, agmatine's a good one, for example.
Yeah.
If you go above about 2 grams of agmatine, you're not going to get any better muscle pump, but it's going to upset your stomach. If you go above, I don't know, let's say 8 grams of citrulline, you're not going to get any better muscle pump. Your body's just going to piss the citrulline out because it can't do anything with it. So, there's definitely kind of like an upper limit that if you go over and above it with certain ingredients, yeah, there may be some unwanted side effects, but it's not going to be anything significant, but it's also going to be very expensive piss. Really. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Eric Rodjig from Antarctica. Eric's not from fucking Antarctica. We met Eric at Phylax on the weekend.
We did.
Not from Antarctica, but anyway, throw it up on the map, Dylan. Hey, string cheese Neve.
Striations in my delts.
Oh, okay, nice. What are your thoughts on intraset stretching? Bit of FST7 action for you there, Big Nevos.
Yeah, I don't do it. I'll do it if I feel a bit tight through my chest or my back, but it's not something I actively do.
My advice for you, Eric, I would be very careful stretching in between sets if you're doing very heavy maximum muscle contraction type movement. So if you're doing like, 3 rep sets, 1 rep max type sets, and then stretching in between it, because what you're going to be doing is putting a lot of stress on certain muscles. If you go from, I think, who did that, tore their quad doing it? Was it Ruley Winkler or Branch Warren? There was an IFBB
Branch
Pro.
has torn everything.
There was an IFBB Pro who did it. Oh shit, I can't remember who it was. Anyway, he was doing, heavy squats, I think it was, and then stretching the quad in between the sets, and he did a set of heavy squats, stretched his quad and tore it straight off the bone, stretching it. So just be very careful with that. But I think, things like FST7, where you're doing a lighter weight for a lot more reps and a lot more sets and stretching in between, I think that's fine because you're not really putting a lot of stress through the muscle. You're just trying to get as much blood in there as you possibly can. I think that's fine, but definitely just be careful stretching in between maximum effort type sets.
Yeah.
Because that's just a recipe for disaster.
I think if you warm up correctly beforehand, I mean, hopefully your muscles will be limber. Or is that the word, limber?
Limber's fine, yeah.
Enough to warrant that. But I definitely probably wouldn't be stretching into workout.
Phil Spencer, another one from Chester in the UK. That's 2 guys from Chester, Pierre and Phil. I wonder if they know each other.
They probably train together.
Possibly. Hey, very big boys, big shout out from Chester in the UK. Had a bit of a setback recently after my holiday. I dislocated my shoulder and suffered concussion playing football. I'm guessing that's soccer. That's what they call soccer in the UK.
Or rugby.
Football, could be. Can you recommend how to get back into the gym, or at least some state of training? Looking forward to seeing Joe and Asher at BodyPower in a couple of weeks. Stay massive.
I'd probably just start doing lightly what you can do.
Yeah, man.
I mean, if you got a dislocated shoulder,
You don't want to fuck with shoulder injuries, man.
You don't want to be going heavy straight away. So I'd definitely be, just as I said before, just working back into your lighter weights. I mean, and if ever I'm injured, I've got a niggle, I'll tend to stay away from free weight like exercises, as I've said before, and I'll just sort of stick to machines where it's got that fixed motion, fixed range of movement. That's personally what I do, but I just start going back light, especially if you've had a bit of time off now with your holiday, concussion, and dislocated injury, dislocated shoulder.
Yep.
Yeah, just get back into it slowly.
Just go slow, homie. Rick Malone from Oklahoma in the US of A. Yo, what's good, mates? Enjoys Snapchat, boys. What's up, Rick? How you doing, man? I'm currently cutting and wanted to get your opinion on intermediate fasting. I think you mean intermittent fasting. And if you think I should use it in my cut. Thanks, fellas, for making fitness fun.
With a cut, I think it's fine.
Yep.
As we said before, if you're bulking or looking to put on weight or muscle,
very difficult.
I think it's difficult to fit the recommended need. Then again, it depends on how many calories you're getting in a day. But I think that when you're trying to bulk, it's better to eat more frequently. Intermittent fasting, I guess I don't really intermittent fast, but you and I both fast. And I've just implemented fasting in the last couple of weeks. Just a couple of days a week, just to see how it goes on my non-weight training days. I mean, I'm just trying lots of different things, seeing how they work at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're cutting, intermittent fasting's fine.
I agree.
If you can handle it. I mean, a lot of people can't handle the hunger cravings or the hunger.
And the dizziness and all of that shit that goes along with it.
It depends on a lot of factors. If it's not affecting, if you're not feeling lightheaded, if you're not feeling like your hunger pains are killing you, if you're getting a lot of adverse effects, I mean, you don't want to be driving feeling fucking lightheaded, and you don't want to be, if it's affecting your work or if it's affecting everyday life, then yeah, just don't do it. I mean, this thing is, you want to find a diet that's going to coincide with your lifestyle. If intermittent fasting isn't for you, then it's not for you. If it works, then yeah, give it a crack.
The only way you're going to find out, Rick, give it a try, man.
Yeah.
See how you go. King Shug, what's the story, lads? Ian Shepherd from Dublin, Ireland.
I thought it was Shug Knight.
Shug Knight. No, it's not. It's King Shug. Shug Ian Shepherd from Dublin, Ireland. Big fan of all your channels. So much info on training and dieting and sups. Just want to thank you all first. You're welcome, man. Thanks for watching. My question is, I work 5 days a week, 8:30 a.m. to 5, sometimes to 7, in a warehouse, lifting heavy-ass boxes all day. And when it comes to train halfway through the week, I'm just burned out. I normally train 5 to 6 days a week, but lately I just get to do about 3 days in and just burn out work, or my training isn't as hardcore as I want it to be. I've been bang up on sups lately, just trying to get more protein, carbs, and fats as I possibly can, but I'm broke as a joke. Is there any other way I can recover a bit faster, or other way of training that will let me work and train like a madman? Thanks, lads. Stay massive. Woo! Loaded
I guess the easiest thing to do is just make sure you're sleeping enough.
Sounds like you're under recovering, my man.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Sleep is often just totally. I mean, a lot of people will say that Joe will be the first to say that you don't need to sleep that much. But when it comes down to it, you do. If you're not recovering, if you're feeling tired, burnt out, not recovering, then probably your rest and recovery and sleep probably isn't where it should be. The other thing I said there was rest. So if you're training 5, 6 days a week, but you've got a very active job, maybe you're just training too much. Drop it back to 4 days a week.
Well, yeah, he says he's training 3 days at the week at the moment.
Yeah, so maybe just bump it up to 4 days and just hit your chest, back, arms, legs.
It comes back to something that we preach all the time, Big Neve, if it fits your lifestyle.
Yeah.
You need to find the training method, the dieting method, the training split that fits with your lifestyle. And if you do work a physical job, which you say you do, training 6 days a week probably just isn't it's not gonna be sustainable for you over the long term because you're just too tired.
As I've said lately, I mean, rewind 12 months ago, I was training 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Fast forward, I'm training 3 or 4 times a week, and my physique's probably better conditioned now than what it was 12 months ago.
Because you're recovering.
Because I'm recovering, so...
Which is when you build that muscle. It's when you make them gains.
So, I mean, but when I say that, I'm not having days off from exercising though,
True.
Just so you don't get that wrong.
Yeah.
I'm still doing something, either going for a 45-minute walk, doing Metcons. I'm at least doing something, like one workout a day, but in terms of heavy weightlifting, I'm doing probably 4 days a week at the moment.
Sam Eads, Coming to you from Port Pirie, South Australia, just around the corner. Well, not really around, quite a distance, but relative to fucking Dublin, Ireland, it's around the corner. Sam wants to know, what should I do to increase the strength in the bottom half of my deadlift? And also, what numbers were you putting up in the deadlift, squat, bench when you were 18? Shout out to Josh Green for the great customer service every time I visit MJHQ. V2 is super clean as well. Cheers, boys, and stay massive.
Bottom half of deadlift, I'd do some deficit deads.
Yep.
Just start pulling.
Agreed.
Start pulling from a lower point.
Yeah.
I personally stand on 2 20-kilo plates, just stacked on top of each other, because I've got a fairly narrow stance with my deadlift.
You do.
So yeah.
And arms the size of a fucking gorilla.
Yeah. So I stand on.
Drag your knuckles along the floor just walking.
Exactly. If you get used to pulling like heavier weights from a lower portion, I mean, and then you take out that 2-inch or 4-inch deficit, you're going to find it a lot easier to, and you're going to just blow past that sticking point.
100%.
First time I deadlift, I pulled 220. So I mean, which is what, 440, 450.
In Port Pirie, mate. He uses.
It's really. Do you know where our viewers are from? We've got a lot of US viewers.
To get kilograms to pounds, times it by 2.2. You guys do the math.
I pulled 220 kilograms.
Yeah, at 18.
At 18, the first time I ever deadlifted. So deadlifts have always come very naturally to me.
Correct. Squat and bench, not so much, right?
I squatted 160 when I was 18.
They come naturally.
Yep.
Bench?
150.
You've always been a strong motherfucker.
I have. So when you look at my progression, I really haven't progressed that much.
No. You've actually done quite shit.
When you look at it.
To be honest.
I mean, when you look at high school, we had a bench press machine.
Yeah.
It was one of those old school ones, you know, the real old school ones that have been in school since like 1970, and it was those fixed 4 stations that had like a lat pull down, a bench, a seated row, and then like a pulley cable sort of thing, the real clingy ones.
Yeah.
We used to have a machine, and the stack was 300 pounds. It wasn't really 300 pounds, but we used to have competitions in PE, like when you'd find your 1 rep max, and you'd have to find your reach, and you'd have to find how many sit-ups you could do in a minute, and those kind of fitness tests. Where one of the tests was your max bench press, and people would try and get 220, get 240, pounds. Some people get 160 pounds. Yeah. I did the stack of 327 times.
So genetic freak, that's what that is.
So that was the thing, I've always been quite strong, and yeah, even in high school, most people were struggling to do anything, and I did the max 27 times, which was the school record. Probably still, there's probably a photo of me in the gym now.
You should dig it up, I reckon. Nicholas Karakizos from Penrith, New South Wales, just outside of Sydney. Hey, Big Neve and Big Hose, just want to know how you guys stay strict on your diet. I have trouble saying no to bad foods. Thanks, guys. Stay massive. P.S. I hope the Sydney store is coming soon. How do you stay strict on your diet, Big Neve?
I mean, I will still eat those, like some foods. I mean, that's the thing. I'm not just limiting myself. So every couple of days, I'll still have some chocolate, or still have some sushi or a burger. I don't know what it is. It's good, like I think like a 90-10 rule. If 90% of your diet's nice and clean, and the rest of your diet is like that 10% you're having those foods that you want.
Flexible.
I'm not saying go out and have burgers, donuts, bloody just everything in one meal and have consumed 4,000 calories, but I'm talking about like a treat or something just to get you through. As we said before in this episode, it is about a lifestyle. I mean, if you're eating chicken and rice, bloody chicken and broccoli every single meal for 7 days a week,
50 meals a week,
you're going to hate life, and you're going to just go back to your old habits. So just find what works for you, man. Like one meal isn't going to kill you. So yeah, just see how you go.
Absolutely. You know what I do, Nick, is those of you who follow me would know I have one cheat meal a week in the off season, one every fortnight in contest prep, or every 3 weeks even. But in my off season, one cheat meal a week, which is usually on Saturday night, sometimes Friday night, sometimes Sunday night. But that's when I have all my bad foods. Yeah. And I kind of like get them all out of my system and just eat whatever the fuck I want, and how much of it, whatever the fuck I want. And then it's very easy for me to stay strict on my diet during the week. I really don't like crave or anything.
The other thing as well is if you look hard enough, you can find a lot of foods that your cooking is probably one thing that a lot of people like struggle with. I used to struggle with it. I've gotten a lot better. But I mean, a lot of things like lately I've been having chicken and then putting some different seasonings and spices on it. I mean, obviously, yeah, you get a little bit of sugar in there, but I mean, you're not actually adding your extra calories in there. Like stuff like I'll have Mediterranean salad with like tomatoes and olives and those kind of things, lettuce, baby spinach, rocket, those kind of things. I'll chuck in some macadamia nuts, peanuts, cashews, put balsamic vinegar on there, put avocado in there. I mean, it's fucking delicious. But when you add it up, I mean, it's still not that many calories. So, I mean, yeah, it's all about your cooking and stuff. You can do a lot of healthy stuff that tastes delicious, which actually doesn't make you feel like you're dieting.
Shane Lehman from Golden Grove, suburb of Adelaide, here in SA. Hi boys, I've been training for many years, but recently finished my first ever cut and slowly adding calories for more gains. Just wondering how much cardio you do during a bulk, as I don't want to have the gains only go back to the stomach I used to have. Cardio during a bulk.
Joel and I are both against bulks now.
We are. We don't bulk train.
There's no need to get fat.
No.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You shouldn't just like, if you're slowly adding calories back in.
He says slowly adding
calories.
calories.
Yeah, no, that's like if you're slowly adding calories back in,
yeah,
then just add in like 100 calories a week.
Yeah.
So add in 100 calories this week.
Yeah.
Leave that for another 2 weeks. Add in another 100 calories.
Slow and steady, man.
It's nice and slow. If you go back and you start, if you flip the switch and you suddenly go from 200 grams of carbs and say, all right, tomorrow I'm bulking and go to 500 grams of carbs, you just start increasing calories from 2,000 to 3,000 or from 3,000 to 5,000, you're going to get fat. You're going to put on fat. It's not going to be muscle.
Correct.
So slowly put on that. You should be able to stay. You might go from say 10% to 12%, or you might go from 12% to 15%. But it's still in that manageable thing that you just have to tidy your diet up a little bit, cut back your calories a little bit, increase your cardio a little bit, and you still be able to get back into shape fairly quickly.
That's right.
As I've done, it's not fun dieting for 6 months to drop 22 kilos because you're a fat shit. Putting it politely.
Billy Bryan, Billy from Sydney, Australia. Hey guys, love the content. I've been having a few issues with gut health lately, nothing too serious, but I've noticed Neve mentioned sauerkraut and coconut kefir helps with these issues. I'm from Sydney, Australia, as you mentioned, and I was wondering whether I could get these at the grocery store, maybe like a Coles or a Woolworths. Thanks guys, see you at Filex.
Yeah, Coles and Woolies don't have it, so you have to just go to a health food store.
Yeah. And you find they help with the digestive issues. Yeah. J4Y L1L. It's a fucking weird username. Hey fellas, I'm from the ADL, that would be Adelaide. Do you guys cycle off pre-workouts or do you take it year round like I do?
I take it year round, but I use different pre-workouts.
I'm the same. I cycle between pre-workouts. We've answered this question. We get this quite frequently. Both of us never really cycle completely off stimulants, but we'll go to like, a low stim pre-workout or a non-stim pre-workout, even like a pump formula. You've been using the New Wave Swell recently, rather than going completely off pre-workouts, isn't it? So
it's not, I'll probably use the same pre-workout once or twice a week. So it still has that effect, and I'm not sort of, if I'm using it every day if I'm using, say, like, let's go DEFCON or let's say Core Fury every day for 2 months, then yeah, by the end of the 2 months, it's going to have no effect. I'm going to be double scooping it. If I'm going a different pre-workout every day or every second day, then yeah, it doesn't affect me. Samantha M. Hey guys, I'm from Blair Gowrie 3942. She's chucked the postcode in there. Fucking hell. Oh. 3942, that's Victoria, right? Well, you guys will see it on the map when Dillard puts it up. Blair Gowrie, I'm trying to improve my shoulders. What is a good shoulder exercise that will isolate my delts as much as possible? I feel like a lot of the exercises I've tried activate my traps more than I want, or maybe I'm doing them wrong. Thanks for your help. I think side raises, seated side raises, and also front raises hit my delts the very most. I get, are you assuming that Samantha's talking about middle delts? I am. Yeah. So we're going to make that assumption, Samantha, because you haven't told us if you're talking about front delts, middle delts, or rear delts. So let's say middle delts. All right, so 2 exercises I do are just dumbbell, seated or standing. I prefer seated because it takes the body English and legs out of it. but seated dumbbell side raises. So like, if you've watched in the gyms, you'll see Joe talk a lot about at the top, like you leading with your little finger, pouring the water bottle out.
Water at the top.
Leading with your elbow. The other thing is to take a big arc. So a lot of people you'll see will do like sort of like these little chicken wing kind of things, which is going to use a lot of your traps. But if you go on like a big range of motion and go on like a big circle, like you're drawing a circle, you're going to be using a lot more. It's very hard for your traps to sort of engage when your hands are out nice and wide. The other thing that's a good movement is that same exercise with a cable on the lower setting with a handle and hanging on and leaning to one side, almost sort of like a, what would that be, like a 30-degree angle? Anyway, whatever it is. But that leaning is going to take a lot of your trap out of it as well.
It is.
So those two exercises, and I like doing that with the cable behind my back, which will definitely isolates my side delt more and takes the front delt out of it.
Jonathan Salazar Ramirez from Hermosillo, Mexico. Fuck. Mexico. I love Mexico. I love Mexican food. Fresh Mex, love that shit. Jonathan wants to know, hey fellas, coming to you from Hermosillo, Mexico. There's been a lot of controversy about fasted cardio. Would you recommend it? If so, would you take BCAAs during the cardio session?
I do fasted cardio.
Yep.
So yes, I like it. I don't take BCAAs because then it's not fasted.
Really?
Yep.
See, I'm a big fan of I do all of my cardio fasted. Always have since I got into this this lifestyle, and always do during contest preps. But I do have BCAAs.
So it's not fasted. You're giving yourself protein.
It's fasted from whole foods.
You're still giving yourself protein and calories though, mate.
Well, you're not giving yourself protein. You're giving yourself branched chain amino acids, big Neve.
We still have a calorie profile of 4 calories.
Correct, but it stops catabolism, and it stops proteolysis, and stops muscle breakdown. So if you're trying, this is my advice to you, Jonathan. Fasted cardio, yes, we're both big fans of it. We both think it is the best time to do cardio is to do it fasted to lose body fat. Concur? I believe that if you're trying to maintain muscle tissue and just break down body fat, then take BCAAs during fasted cardio. If you're just trying to lose weight and you don't care where that weight comes from, muscle tissue, body fat, you don't give a fuck, then do it completely fasted, just drink water. Concur? Last question. Big Nevos, of course, is going to the one and only Barney Ong.
Barnard.
Posting this question from Malaysia. Barney, you're from China, man.
Barney is Malaysian.
Oh, for fuck, why does he always do this? We know you're Chinese, brother.
That's so racist, Joe.
No, he always plays the Malaysian card.
I apologise, Barney.
I thought we were friends, Barney.
I apologise, Barney.
I thought we were friends. I send you a tub of Utopia, you still lie to me about where you come from.
Barney's from Malaysia, right?
Anyway, Dilip, throw up Malaysia. Where in Malaysia? Kuala Lumpur?
Is Kuala Lumpur Malaysia?
It's the capital city of Malaysia.
Fuck, I've been to Kuala Lumpur.
Oh God. I'm gonna say KL. I think Barney is so let's throw up KL on the map, Dilip. Barney wants to know, Neve, you very big boy. I trust you have been well in your latest videos where you are doing deadlifts. I noticed that you've been wearing shoes, more specifically your pair of blue chucks.
Navy.
I was going to say,
dark
blue
navy.
chucks.
Dark navy.
Fucking hell. However, in your older videos of when you were a vanilla gorilla deadlifting 312.5 kgs, Barney knows your PB.
Thanks, Barney.
You were barefoot, true gorilla style.
Yeah.
Have you changed this as part of your deadlifts, or did you just not take your shoes off when the recent videos were filmed? Personally, I found deadlifting barefoot to be better, and I thought you felt the same as well. Hashtag BFF.
Best friends forever, that's me and Barney.
Yeah.
We message weekly.
You do.
I sent him the Utopia. You paid for it.
I did.
Barney, I do prefer to deadlift barefooted. And if I did a comp, I'd wear like deadlift socks, the actual deadlift socks. So you're correct. I'm trying not to offend people here, but when I see people in the gym, like it never used to affect me, but now when I see motherfuckers in the gym just wearing socks, like it grosses me out for some reason, like the hygiene aspect. So that's the reason.
Sweaty socks on the gym floor.
I've got nothing against it, except I don't know. I guess I've grown up. I've become more mature.
You have.
But
Benefits of deadlifting. I think that's what Barney's getting at.
The benefits of deadlifting
deadlifting barefoot
is lower.
And do they outweigh the lack of hygiene?
Lower to the floor. And the thing is if you're deadlifting your Nike Air Maxes or your Ultra Boosts or your NMDs or your J's, right? You've got the cushion, the air sole at the bottom. Which is when you're driving, you're going to be cushioning on the ground, but you want to work on that force and that drive, which is why barefoot to ground, you've got no spring and you can just drive straight through. I mean, barefoot to concrete floor is best. Yeah, really, because you don't have the padding of the 2.5 mil, 25 mil gym mats. That's right. But yeah, then which is why you deadlift on like a deadlift platform. Which is sitting on gym mats, which kind of defeats the purpose. Well, it's not really because it's dispersed. But anyway, so yeah, well, that's what that's the reason I don't now is for hygiene reasons, and I look at guys and I'm like, put your shoes on, mate. Put your shoes on, motherfucker. Fuck. What about them motherfuckers in the gym take their shirts off, start training? Yeah. Sweat all over the fucking machines, no towel. Yeah. But then that's why I'm deadlifting in chucks is because they've got a flat sole, no air pocket. Yeah. Fairly close to the ground. So I mean, I don't see a massive difference in just barefoot or you see people walk around, they've got holes in their socks, and you're like, have you washed those socks in like 3 days, or you just done the reverse them inside out? You know what I'm saying? The traveller's trick, mate. Yeah. Which is what I did at Filex when I was like fucking packed 2 pairs of jocks and had to go buy some. Oh, you did the inside out, back to front? Yeah. Fuck, horrible. Big Neve. Probably why no one came to talk to me over the weekend. Do you have anything else you'd like to add? No. Before I tell the viewers to hit the subscribe button. This has been a long episode. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're watching this on the mobile. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. If you like this video, throw down a comment. We get back to each and every one of them. If you want to ask Neve a question, throw down a comment, hashtag AskNeve. Don't forget to tell us where you're from, or else Neve will put you somewhere like Zimbabwe. Or did we ever get an answer on the X, the country starting with X? I don't think anyone did. Xanadu. Xanadu. You know, the ABBA song. Where's that though? I don't fucking know, man. But there's a place called Xanadu. I don't know if it's a country or a city. You should probably look that shit up. You know what I like about this setup now? What's that? If there's something that we like, a very important matter, like you want to tell people something very, very important, you can go like this. Listen, everyone. This is fucking use now. It is. We will see you guys in 2 weeks' time. No weekly word next week, as you guys would know. Asher and I are off to BodyPower in the UK. We will see all of our UK fans, followers, customers, and just fam. Yep. Over at BodyPower. Don't forget, we're at the Battle of the Bars Arena at the A-List Nutrition booth with Sean Torbati, Doug Miller, and the guys from A-List Nutrition. If you do want us to bring you apparel, email sales at MassiveJoes.com. We will see you guys in 2 weeks. And make sure that you're following MassiveJoes on Snapchat. Of course. And MassiveJoes on Instagram, so that you see all the behind-the-scenes stuff that Joe's doing. All the behind-the-scenes with the Snapchat spectacles. Please don't wear them out. Are you really going to wear them out in public? Fucking oath, I'm wearing them the whole expo. 0 fucks will be given. Where are we coming to and from, Neve? MassiveJoes.com. Stay